Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It is the Twitch stream. We are currently live. It is Sunderland. It is episode 13, 14, I reckon, of Bright Lights. Here we are currently, 17 games in. We are in 6th spot. Damien, when we last saw you, you were down in the mid-tables. We did beat Barnsley. We just beat, who else did we play? We played Sheffield Wednesday, who were top, who are now 5th. Who else there was? There was one more game against one of the lads that came up, AFC Wilburton. What is going on? I'll tell you what is going on. We won Manager of the Month. We went on an unbeaten run since that Sheffield Wednesday game. We drew 2-2 to Norwich. We beat QPR, beat Huddersfield, beat Fulham. Unfortunately, we didn't start this month too well as we lost to Wigan in a very close game, 2-1. It was a game that could have gone either way, this Wigan game. We did create enough chances, I thought, to get at least a draw. Dadasov picked up a little bit of a knock. It wasn't too bad of an injury. He was only out for a couple of weeks, I reckon. Max Power scored a great goal as well. He also scored goal of the month in this little run. I reckon it was against QPR as well. We'll show you that goal in a second. But yeah, just a really good run of form. After that run of form, we were in 3rd before we played Wigan, and I started thinking to myself, hang on a second, are we better than mid-table? Can we push for the playoffs? My view is yes. The reason it is yes is I just think going forward, we're actually quite good when we all switch it on. We're obviously 5th highest in goals in the league, 6th highest in goals conceded this year. So I'm pretty happy. Dylan's having quite the year in the middle of the park. He didn't have the best of years last year, but absolutely sensational so far this year as Dylan, the Scotsman, the Scottish international. But a big game here against Leeds, who are currently in 3rd, and we'll get on to Leeds in a second. But we have to go through this run of games here. We beat Sheffield, which we saw, and this Norwich game was a bit of a crazy game. One of the best second halves that I've ever watched. Barley scored a minute later from kickoff without them touching the ball. It was great. I jumped out of my chair. We all had a good moment. In this QPR game, though, this is the main reason we're going to show you. Max Power won goal of the month. Is it a goal that I think deserves goal of the month? It's good, but is it goal of the month worthy? Maybe if it was a very slow goal of the month. But look, it's still not a bad goal, right? As always with FM, I find when we go back and watch highlights, they always start a little bit too far behind. So we're going to just move it forward here and get into Max Power's goal. It wasn't a bad goal, right? You have seen worse goals win goal of the month. As the ball finds its way out to Duncan Watmore, you can see that Power's making his semi-run into here. There he is, trying to click on him, and then he just drills at bottom bins. It's a great strike, and it's good technique, right? I just realised I was trying to click on Dylan then, by the way. But it's a great strike. I was actually playing with deep line playmaker for once in my life, and, he just hits it. Is it a goal that I think deserves a winning goal of the month? It's not a bad goal, but at the same time, I think I've seen better from Oviedo scoring a couple of free kicks this year, and it never won goal of the month, so interesting to see. Talking about Oviedo, it links perfectly in as we get into the team screen. Oviedo's picked up a knock. He's out for a couple of weeks. He's been by far one of our star men this season. Same with Linus. Linus is growing into quite the player, obviously capped by Sweden as well. So we're going to get and take Oviedo out. I'm actually going to give you, for the first time in a live com, I reckon we're actually going to see Porter play. Now, Porter's actually come in and filled in at left back. He can play right back as well as centre back. If we go to his form, when he has played as a wing back, it hasn't been bad. Against QPR, had a very good game at wing back. Oviedo arrested for that game. As rotated the side around. So I'm interested in getting Steve Porter games because of his potential. Also, he's been training the house down. He's on a youth contract. It'd be interesting to see what this guy can do. Pretty sure he designs a provisional contract soon. He does as well. So I'm very interested in giving him some game time. In terms of that, everyone else picks themselves. Everyone else has been in decent form. Dadasov's actually going to come back in. We're actually going to rush him back in for this game. This is an important game. There is a case maybe to play like James in this role because, it's such a big game. But I'm going to trust Porter here today. And we'll see how we go, but we're going to get into this game here. Let me know in the chat what you reckon your score predictions are going to be. The starting 11 is going to be McLaughlin. I think you need to give a shout out, Damien, to, where is he? El Match. He's come in and played a few games, and he's growing sensationally. And his form's been quite good as well. A lot of 6.9s and 7s, which for a goalkeeper on FM is quite good. Kone, David Garcia, Linus, Joey Paluzzi, Dylan, Max Power, Watmore, Maguire, Dadasov. Obviously, Liam Miller is still here, and the only 2 goals he's scored is the 2 goals that you guys have seen, but he's growing sensationally. The son of a legend. Can he come off the bench and maybe do something for us? We'll find out. A few lads are unlucky to miss out. Lozano still haven't been able to get another work permit appeal in for him yet. Still 53 days. We'll wait and see if we can. If we can't, hopefully be able to loan him out in the summer as well. Turan, Barley, and Brian have been rotating in and out. Same with Bear Hill and Donald Love. And everyone's playing their part so far in our good run of form. This month hasn't been the best month, and it's quite a tough month in terms of games, but this could be quite a game that's pivotal for us come end of the season. Obviously, they've got Cooper at the back, Janssen, who's just a great player for the level. He's one of the best centre-backs you could pick up. He's worth 9.5 million. There you go. Bamford, obviously, is a very good striker. Roofy's pretty good as well. Playing 4-4-2, I feel like we match up quite well to 4-4-2. So we'll see how we're going to go there. Is that the actual T. Roberts? Tyler Roberts? It is too. He used to have some potential. There we are. Obviously, Jon, Porter. We know about the lads. Gussie is one yellow card away, and so is Watmore from missing games, but oh well, so be it. I'm going to tell them to show us why the pundits are right and backing you up. I'm going to ask the assistant, who I do trust dearly, to set up some team tactics here, and we are going to get underway. Leeds obviously in the white here at Elland Road against Sunderland, who will be wearing the black. We should have been able to wear the red and the white because it's not too much of a colour clash, but in saying that though, in the black just as much as well. And let's get underway in what is going to be a big game for us as well. For everybody on YouTube though, as always, link in the description below. Come follow us on the Twitch stream as we're 10 minutes underway, dominating the ball, but not really any key highlights to speak about. But here we go, 15 minutes in, and Rodak is going to go long. But can we win it in the air? Kone does, but heads to no one in particular. Porter wins it and finds Dylan, who finds Max Power into Maguire. Chris Maguire, the elder statesman aside, lays it back to Porter again. Finds Dylan. Dylan now, his ball back into Joey Paluzzi. Porter's actually made a really good one forward here, the youngster. And Steve Porter does get on it. Steve now into Chris Maguire. It's a great tackle from Klitsch. Ailing gets on it. Chris wanted a foul there, thrown by how he threw his hands out. And in the end, Rodak goes long again. We don't win that one, and Bamford does win that ball back. It finds Alioski. Alioski's back post ball finds Dallas. First time, McLaughlin, what a save, and cleared. Jon McLaughlin, we got a goal on technology. Oh, it's tight, but it is fine. No goal given. There we go. Go back and watch that one, boys, because that's a bit of a highlight, I reckon, from Jon. Goal line technology needing to make sure that wasn't over the goal line. It looked like McLaughlin went back with the fly to the ball. It's a great volley, by the way, from Dallas, too. Credit where credit's due. It's a great volley. But I haven't seen one been overturned yet, and apparently that is not behind the goal. Let's go. As you can see here, Jon does go backwards, but look at the trailing hand from Jon. What a reaction. What a big left paw. Pulls it away, and a very good clearance in the end. I think it's from Garcia or Linus. It's one of the two. They've done well enough to get it away. Anyway, back to the live. We're going to obviously go back to director cam and obviously back to a normal highlight. But a great save in the end from Jon. And at the moment, it's 0-0 after 20 thanks to our goalkeeper, the number one. In the end, it finds Klitsch. Klitsch now, his ball into Cooper. Cooper over the top. I tell you what, Bamford has pace, but so does Garcia. It lays it back to Jon. Jon's ball going second line to third line in the end to Duncan Watmore. Finds Max Power. Dylan's now. His ball finds Linus, who loves the bomb on forward. Linus now with the ball. Gets tackled there from Douglas, and it will be Leeds coming on the break yet again, you would imagine, as Phillips gets on it. We do press high, force them long, but it's a good ball in the Roofy. Roofy lays it into Alioski. Alioski now with the ball over the top, looking for Bamford. It's a great touch from Bamford. He's in 1v1. McLaughlin again. Yoni McLaughlin. What is that from the keeper? What a save. He's having an absolute worldie, and you know what the frustrating thing is? His match rating would be like 6.8. Bamford there. What is that from McLaughlin? Okay, FM's had a mare. I'm going to say McLaughlin's gone early to smother, and he smothered it. But FM's had a mare. He's not even close to it. We don't care. What a save from the keeper. Well done, lad. There we are. And at the moment, our keeper's keeping us in it at 0-0. Douglas with the ball in, headed away from Joe Paluzzi. As far as Alioski, Douglas again will be able to whip this one in, back into Dallas, and there goes a highlight. The two chances we have seen, by the way, from Leeds are both been clear-cut chances. I'm going to tell them to get creative, though. Since we have so much of the ball, there's going to be a moment in this half, you would feel, that we are going to create ourselves a chance. But yet again, it's a corner, and Douglas goes front post. Garcia heads away, but it's only going to be as far as Alioski. Alioski now, he's forced back towards his own goal. Can we whip it in here? We're pressing very high. Whip in. Instead, we make him go back to Rodiak, who's gone long the few times we have seen him with the ball. And Rodiak does go long. But that's picked up there from Linus. Linus chips it towards the space, but can't find the ball. It's not in our mantra that. We prefer to keep it. A bit more shorter passing, please. Klitsch there with the ball finds Douglas. Douglas now. His ball to Cooper. Cooper's ball over the top. Garcia's missed it. Roofy is 1v1. McLaughlin again. The Jon show. It's been the Jon show this half, and Jon is proving why I stuck by him this year, and we didn't buy a first choice keeper. He is keeping us in this. The corner comes in. Linus clears away. Jon is putting an absolute worldie of a show here. How is he on a 6.9? He's made 3 massive saves. In the end, though, it is going to be 0-0 here at halftime. 3 incredible saves by Jon McLaughlin in goals. They've made a halftime sub, I just saw. And the 3 chances we've seen from Leeds have all been chances that could have gone in. I'm not happy with the performance out there. Keep it up. Everyone looks fired up, which is great. Got to keep it the same. We will change it in about 60 minutes in if we have to. And see if we can get ourselves a foothold in this game, because we haven't done too much. Anyway, though, second half, give us a chance. I don't think anyone's playing overly bad. I just don't think the midfield's keeping it, and no one's really showing themselves up top. It might be a game for where the young legs of Liam Miller come in. You know, Zach Clough comes in to change it up. I know Dadasov's been having his injury problems, so we are going to make that first change and get Clough in up top. And off we go. Zachy Clough coming up. Hopefully comes up trumps for us as well. We're going to give Maguire a little bit more time here, but it's Ayling with the ball in a roofie from the throw. Back to Ayling. Ayling's ball inside the Alioski. They've got numbers over here. This is going to be a clear-cut chance. You can just feel it for Leeds as the ball comes in from Ayling. It's a good ball. Bamford over the bar. We are riding our luck, that is for sure. I'm going to just change it tactically as well and get Liam Miller in as the inside forward on attack and see if we can do something with it. Just want us to just try and eke it out. I'm happy with us keeping possession. It's not a case of going on the counter because the possession's good. It's just we're not creating a clear enough chance. It might be a midfield change in a second as well, I reckon, after this highlight maybe as well. As the ball comes over from Patrick Bamford, it might fall to Dylan. Maybe our first chance to get on it. Zach Clough, though, looking for Liam Miller, the son of a legend. Doesn't find it. Roddiak goes long. Can we win it here? Kone does. It's a strong header from him. Dylan, his ball to Watmore. Great touch from Watmore. Back to Linus. Watmore making a run down the line. Linus ignores and goes inside the Joe Paluzzi. Finds Dylan. Back to Paluzzi. Good little bit of football here from Sutherland. The first time we've really seen some controlled possession from him. Dylan with the ball. Paluzzi there. Paluzzi probing the spaces in front of their lines. It's always good. Can we find the line inside the space? Play that killer ball. There it is, the Max Power. Look at the runs to Clough. Clough off the bench. He's hit the post. It's got to be a corner. It's the first clear-cut chance we've seen from Sunderland. And in the 75th minute, it is still 0-0. Can we whip something in from the corner? Max Power, front post, headed away though. As far as Kono, who I would have preferred in the box, Max Power's onside according to the linesman on the near side there. Duncan Watmore though, we'll lose and off we go. Bad game. Fano saying it's a bad game. Bad manager. I don't get it, Big Chief. Lull. He's happy with himself though. Do we bring Thuram on? Do we bring Barley on? Or do we bring Brian on here? Thuram's a little bit more defensive, but he's growing. I really rate him. He can play in a few decent roles here. What game is this? I'm hilarious. Oh, the lads in the chat. Brian's not bad. He could also play box to box. I'm actually going to go and bring him on, Brian, as an advanced playmaker on attack and see if he can get into these half little spaces in here, driving forward. I would have loved to have just not made a change, get a goal up, and obviously bring Thuram on because he's a little bit more defensive. Barley misses out because Brian's in some good form off the bench as well. And let's see if we can make something of this here. We've got a couple of the younger kids on. Here we go. Dylan's looking a bit worse for wear. And there we go. It's a free kick. Douglas from the free kick. Oh my God, from Douglas. Barry Douglas has absolutely put a dagger through Jon's heart. Jon has been an absolute sensation, but there's not a keeper in the world saving this. Douglas goes around the wall. Jon can't get there. That's top bins. And we are 1-0 down, and something's got to change here. We have scored a couple of late goals. We've scored a couple of late goals in games to get ourselves back into it. But there we are. We're going to go a little bit more direct, extremely high tempo. We're going to just look to exploit the left and the right and go a little bit more wide. There we go. In transition, though, we're going to just counter press, short kick, and there we go. And out of position as well, we'll be okay. Oh my, here we go. Can we find it? Here we are. 89, 90 minutes. Can we find one? We may as well tell them to push forward as well. It's a little bit of a Leeds have deserved this. As much as we've been good on the ball, we haven't created enough, and Leeds have deserved this. Steve Porter's had a very good game, though. And there we are, 92, 93. Is there going to be a highlight here, late days? Is there really? It doesn't look like it, though, boys. And we are going to lose 1-0 to Leeds here at Ellen Roads. It's going to be a Barry Douglas weldy. You got to feel for Jon. He's on a 7.3 for what Football Manager is probably the equivalent of a 9.0 in like pro clubs, for instance, or something like that on FIFA, or like Ultimate Team where De Gea's made like 15 saves. Jon has pulled off some worldies. Unfortunate for us on the day that we haven't got a point out of that, but at the same time, Leeds have been way too good. We're going to get into team talk there. Tell them I'm not happy with it. Jon, though, had a great game. Obviously, he's a highly influential member, so that's obviously really good for the group dynamics and everything like that. But that's going to be the end of the episode here, guys. Episode 14 is going to be a loss in the books. For us, that probably takes us out of the playoff race, but there's a long way to go. And if someone told me that we would be 8th midway through November in the first season in the championship with the squad that we have, I would have snapped your hand and taken that. Especially the way we started down 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. To be up and around this playoff spot is not too bad. And we're obviously on the stream, link in the description below YouTube. Come find it out. We'll find out if we are actually going to be able to push the likes of Swansea, Stoke, Sheffield. Barnsley are still up there, and I don't get it. We smacked them convincingly, yet they seem to be beating everybody else. They did make the FA Cup semi-final last year. So maybe they just play a game that we're very good against, but not against everybody else. But I reckon we're up here. I reckon we're a top 10 side, judging by how well we are on our day. Today wasn't our day. Thank God for our goalkeeper, else we would have lost by a lot. But that is going to end the YouTube episode. As always, links in the description below. Come follow. Come give us a like. Come give us a follow on Twitch. Why wouldn't you want to watch the madness? Thank you for coming, YouTube. And as always, have a good day or good night. This is Damon signing off with bright lights here in Sunderland. Thank you and goodbye.